Okay, starting out strong with squabble. All of this should be taken with a grain of salt that I have never made from scratch my own piece of garment. That said, watching the beginning of the video from the initial stages of the construction through the measuring all the way up to where he was trying on pieces of garment, then to the final reveal was a bit underwhelming. I definitely thought that it would be more of an interesting piece of clothing. I did not expect it to have the same approximate silhouette as a Walmart hoodie. I thought it would be cooler. Granted, again, I have never made my own garment from scratch. I have modified a lot of clothes to make them look cooler. So I was starting with something. That's not where I expected it to end. I thought it'd be way cooler.
Here's what to do if your sweater has shrunk.
What if you just got more swole? It's probably the same. Stupid.
You need a big basin, warm water,
Okay.
hair conditioner.
This is actually like it's very practical.
Fill the basin
I'm
with
joking.
warm water and add a third of a cup of hair conditioner. Mix well to dissolve and work it into the sweater. Hair conditioner relaxes the fibers and allows for it to be malleable. Soak for 30 minutes.
I wonder if it matters if it's like synthetic versus like natural fibers. Like I can't imagine if you had like a polyester sweater that you put through the dryer or something that shrunk, that the conditioner would help with that at all. But maybe if it was like plant fiber or cotton or cotton is plant fiber or like wool or something, maybe, perhaps. I guess cotton is probably the main thing that you're worried about shrinking, I would guess. Anyway, ignore my conjecture. Onward.
To be malleable. Soak for 30 minutes.
I don't know how I get through
Use the
watching
sweater in a
anything.
towel and roll to remove excess water. Do not wring it dry. While it's still damp, lay it flat and stretch it out in small increments. Leave it to air dry. Pay attention and stretch when...
I love stuff like this where it's showing you how to fix things that you already have so that you can just get more life out of it. Like really wring it dry, like milk it for all it's got, you know? Stupid.
This is Tokyo's coolest jewelry craftsman. Shimizu-san
that's
is a
fire as
legend
fuck.
amongst Tokyo jewelry makers because his
I
shop
love
is one of the
someone
most
with a
creative,
distinct
one-of-a-kind
design
designs
aesthetic.
I've ever seen. He and his team hand make all of these in-house, following
Like they're
his
not
philosophy
afraid to
of
fuck around and
creativity.
find out, and it's paid off.
だから断捨離したり、美味しいものを食べたりすること大事。
He plays around with the materials with no specific design in mind, pulling from positive experiences.
He looks like the
creating
kind of
pieces that are
motherfucker
fun
to have
and
an
expressive. He
apprentice.
doesn't want you going to
You know
the
what I'm
store
saying?
looking for a specific piece, because with so many designs, he believes if you go into
And
the
that's
store with an
cool.
open mind, you'll find one that speaks specifically to you. He loves to chat and hear about your stories so that when you walk away, you leave with a memorable experience.
God, what a
and piece.
wholesome
His
dude. I would
passion
love
and
to walk in
dedication
there.
is so
Shit.
contagious, I can confidently say that
It's an interesting time right now. I'm filming this on the 24th of January and the inauguration just happened. And yeah, it's feeling a little dystopian. Like there were literally Heils and shit. Germany's over there like, guys, this is looking real fucking familiar. Like, be careful. I don't know, dude. I'm always going back and forth because on the one hand, I'm like, I have a platform. There are things I should talk about. And as a person, I'm like, these are things that bother me or that I care about, you know, so I should vocalize them. And then on the other hand, I'm like, as an entertainer, a lot of times people are coming to my, whatever it is that I'm, like, you're doing as an entertainer to escape that, you know? And it's also been interesting to see reactions to literal, like Nazi references with a level of like, oh, he's just like trolling or like whatever, like, you know, it's a weird and odd addiction to copium that I don't understand. And frankly, at this point, have no desire to. But in the name of distraction and focusing on something that's a little bit more lighthearted, let's check out this video. Not the wasabi green, bro. Get out me swamp looking ass colors. No, but in all seriousness, I do fuck with a good vest. I have a couple, none that are exactly like this per se. I mean, I'm clearly wearing a sweater of my own, ribbed for my own pleasure, you know? But I do enjoy a good, like, honestly, if someone has a specific aesthetic and it looks like this guy does because he has like several different colors of the same sweater, then I really fuck with that, because I don't think I have a specific aesthetic. Like, I kind of alternate between a bunch of different things and a bunch of different looks pretty consistently. But like, it's a cool old money look. Like, I really fuck with it. And I've been thinking about ties a lot more recently because I've been seeing them a lot more. And honestly, a sweater plus a tie combo, a little bit of that hiding action, a little bit of like hide the pickle with the neck noose thing, the long fashion choke. I mean, it's a cool look. It's a cool look. Is it my look? I don't know. I haven't tried it in a while. Maybe I need to try it. Maybe I need to just give it a shot. Don't knock until you try it kind of thing. What did my girl Ellie say? Eleanor Roosevelt? Do someone a day that makes you uncomfortable? I cannot believe I just discovered Doechii. Love discovering new music, and that's part of why I enjoy TikTok as much as I do. High key, I mean, I know that Spotify does some weird and shady shit from time to time, but they're kind of good on those song recommendations, though. I guarantee you have listened to, you've certainly heard something that Doechii has done. I am loving this song right now, Denial's a River, but she did the What It Is, oh, what's up? She did the What It Is. She did, what else did she do? She was on Balloon, Tyler's new album, Chromacopia. These are some of her more recent tracks that I've been loving. And it's so cool because dude, an overnight success takes a decade. Like, that's just how it is. Like, she's been doing this since she was like 16, maybe 14. She's 26 now. But it's so cool to see someone who's like clearly passionate about their craft. Like, she was a YouTuber for a while, but she's always been in the music, always been in the music zeitgeist, you know, like always doing something in it. I don't know. Like, I know for me personally, there will be times where I'm like, damn, what am I doing? Like, why is it taking so long for me to get where I want to be, you know? But that's everybody. Like, it takes decades for artists to be able to like find their place and like make their craft and develop an audience and like really connect with people. Because it takes a lot to be able to like reach that depth of connection both with yourself and with your audience to where you're actually speaking to something that's worth being heard. And it's so cool because in Denial's a River, the most recent song that she played, very much that vibe. She's talking about her life and shit and her experiences, and it's so, the soul of it is uniquely her. I love that shit. Like, G-Eazy has a song called Easy, and it's a very similar thing. Like, he is basically talking to his younger self and kind of like telling his story of like, hey, these were the things that you had to overcome. You had a lot of inner demons like you, and still are dealing with shit that you may not be aware of, you know? But like pride getting in the way, like having to work with people you don't like. It's the journey of the artist. And I find it fascinating. And I love hearing about it, especially in song form. So I've been applying to jobs. In this economy, tech jobs no less. And I got one. I got a software engineering role and couldn't take it because I'm location bound. We live here in Austin, not moving, got a family, not gonna do it. But fuck, like that's what I was going for, and then I got it, and then I couldn't do it. It's like when you grow up, you're a kid, you grow up, you can finally have as much chocolate as you want, and then as an adult, you learn that shit's not good for you. You finally have unfettered access, and you can't do it. Because it's not the lifestyle. It's not the lifestyle we're going for. Speaking of a distinct lifestyle, look at all those pocket protectors. Never before have I seen an outfit where I can load up a full pack of Bics. Like walk up to the end of an H-E-B or a Target, pick up a full pack of like Pilot G2s or whatever the fuck. Load all of them in my frocket. And not just one frocket, like 10. That's like tactical office work right there. That's crazy. Do I think it's funny? Yes. Would I wear it? Also, yes. Biomimicry is the study of nature and incorporating that into your own designs. Fascinating to me. I love that shit. Like, Velcro is a great example, right? Velcro, it's like hooks that kind of connect on a loop. It's inspired by sticker burrs. And using that as like a general design ethos is something that I love. Like even looking at plants and the way that they like cool, like leaves spread out heat, dissipate heat over the entire surface area of the leaf, and that's how they keep the plant cool. Stuff like that is really, really fascinating to me. Which is why I love, well, not why, but Certainly part of why I love the solar punk movement.
In the same way that cyberpunk, I suppose, is a response to one semiconductor technology, which is the microchip, then solar punk is a response to another semiconductor technology, which is the solar PV cell. Cyberpunk is a response to the anxieties and the present of the 1980s, which is the rise of ubiquitous computing, the beginnings of global warming, so on and so forth. Solar punk is supposed to imagine our way into a new future. So solarpunk filled me with the idea of possibility about kinds of futures that we could imagine.
The thing that I like about solar punk is that it's fundamentally hopeful. Like, I'm a very optimistic person, and I cannot do like dystopian media. Not my vibe, not my cup of tea. But I'll be so optimistic about some shit, you find me wildly annoying. Like, that's me. And solar punk is like it's a refusal to accept that our world is just gonna like die, you know? I think that's so fascinating. And it has an interesting impact on fashion too.
Today, or 10 years ago, given that we knew the falling cost of solar.
Do you struggle to fit creative hobbies into your life?
Yes, I do.
Today we're going to fix that by starting a random hand sewing project.
Okay.
You just need a needle and thread, as well as the ability to tie 2 basic knots.
Seems
I'm gonna
simple
teach you
enough.
both of those knots
Honestly,
right
the jackets
now.
that he had
For the first knot,
that
take
looked
the
kind of like a
long tail
map,
of your thread and put it behind
they were a
your thread
vibe.
needle. Wrap it around the shaft anywhere between 2 and 8 times, depending on
The
how
shaft,
thick
he
you like
says?
your knot, and pull the needle through, and you're all done.
Yeah, make sure you have a firm grip on the shaft of your needle and make sure that the eye of the needle is clear so that when the string comes out, it can come all the way out.